Morning, YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is early AM, but I wanted to come on and just share some quick motivation and insight with you this morning. So I am on my phone, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to see your contact, your information or not, but we're going to see. Well, this is the day that God has made. We're going to rejoice. It's the day after Thanksgiving. We're going to be happy. We're going to be grateful in it. It is early AM here in the ATL. I think it's about 10:37 Eastern Standard Time. It is cold, but I am grateful. And I wanted to come on really quick to talk to you just a little bit about love and money and manifestation. So guys, make sure that you go to, somebody type something in the chat for me to see if I can see it, please. Make sure you scroll down and watch some of my powerful videos. I've also put my Black Friday, Cyber Monday relationship coaching special for you. But I just want to talk to you just a little bit to remind you of who you are. Well, after the holidays, there's always a time where, we reflect, we look at where we are, what are we really doing, what's going on in my life, all of the above. And I want you, especially my listeners in the US, I want you to really, after Thanksgiving, to take some time, have fun with your family, have a great time, but maybe while you're sitting at the airport, or possibly while everybody else is watching the football games, or maybe you have some quiet time. Sit back and just see what is Spirit or God speaking to me, because God is always speaking. I say you're tuning in to that eternal soft whisper that has all wisdom, all knowledge, just waiting for you. You tuning in, and the Spirit wants to download to you everything that you need. When you come on, just let me know who you are. Um, I'm on my phone, so I'm trying to see. I was trying to see. Somebody type in the chat for me so I can see if I can really see it. But we're tuning into the Spirit. Okay. Thank you, Ginger. Where are you from? I'm used to being on my laptop. So, Ginger, I hope that you had a great holiday, but you're tuning into the Spirit. We're getting closer to the end of the year, and I just want to share with you a couple of things. All right? So, number one, you've heard me say this so much. You've already been given all things. Everything is on the inside of you or on another level. It's 3D, 4D, 5D. I'm not going into all of that. But what happens is there's so much noise in the world and in our lives, we can't really hear or tap into our own intuition about love and money. So when it comes to love, we're wired for love. That's what neuroscientists say. And so if you desire more love, if you want more love, that's very normal. Even when it comes to money, when everybody comes on, just let me know. Just let me know who you are and where you're from. When it comes to money, we're created for abundance. Somebody said abundance and money is just a rearrangement of your mind. That's profound. Joseph Murphy said that a rearrangement of your own thinking. And so money is an energy from the inside. So this is one of the first things I want to say to y'all. All change is inside. It's not out here taking so many steps and hustling, but it's changing your mindset, because what life is happening through your beliefs, through what you feel, through what your dominant thinking is, through what your emotions are, through what you imagine in your mind. So anything around love and money, I want to make sure, okay, anything around love and money. Hi, everybody, let me know where you from. How's the weather where everybody is from? Anything around love and money is just a change of energy. The Bible says, be ye transformed by the renewing, that's a verb, of your mind. It also says, as a man or a woman thinketh, so is he or she. We know thoughts are vibrational, and your thoughts are going to become things. So when it comes to love, if you're thinking it ain't no good man out there, real juice, it's cold in Ohio. I know that's right. It is cold here in the ATL, everybody. So thank you so much, Ohio, for checking in. But this is a time where I want you to really check your thinking, because life is happening through you. God not holding anything back from you. Some people believe in the devil. The devil is doing this. You're in Michigan. It's snowing in Michigan. OMG. Xander, I hope I pronounced your name right. You know, when it snows in the ATL, we just shut everything down. We're not used to snow. And so life is happening through you. You are creating your life by what you think and believe moment by moment. What are your dominant thoughts about love? What are your dominant thoughts about money? I pronounce your name right. It's a beautiful name. What are your thoughts about abundance? Do you feel like you got to have multiple streams of income? Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I interview a millionaire almost every week on my show. And Jack Canfield, who has the largest, one of the most largest series ever, Chicken Soup for the Soul, all the folk I interview said start with one thing, focus in on that, and master that. Because if you want more money, realize that God has given you gifts and talents. I don't believe in hustling. I don't believe in grinding. I think that's a lack mentality. Look at the gifts and the talents that God has given to you, and then decide, how can I be a solution? How can I solve that problem? And that is how wealth will come to you. Now, with me, my gift is counseling, coaching. You know, I have counseled and coached over 10,000 people. And it's also business and money. I understand business. I've been in business for 25 years. So I use my gift to help people to change their beliefs, because once you change your belief, once you change your identity, y'all, some of your identity has been stolen. Your identity is, I can't do that. You know, I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have a degree. I don't have any experience. But when your identity becomes, I'm one with God. I have the mind of Christ. I have all the wisdom that I need for this day. God, give me a download. I interviewed Dr. Dennis Kimbrough about 4 or 5 times on my show. Y'all go through my YouTube channel and find it. He wrote Think and Grow. He co-authored Think and Grow Rich, a Black choice with Napoleon Hill. And he said, we got $1 million ideas downloaded to us, but we're too busy to listen. So when it comes to money, money is an energy. And this is what I would tell you about money, because I'm a woman who 30 years ago had to file bankruptcy, had millions, but then I came back from it. You know what? My mindset, I still had a poverty mindset, but the second time that God brought me back, I had changed my thinking around money. That's why if you see a millionaire and he loses everything, he'll say, Oh, I'll have it back in a year. Why is that? Because he has a millionaire mindset change. So anything around love and money, those are the two questions that I get all of the time. Anything around love and money is an inside job. So what is that going to look like, Constance? You got to change your beliefs about love. Okay, when it comes to love. By the way, y'all, my Black Friday and my Cyber Monday coaching package is in a video that I just uploaded. So it's called my a relationship breakthrough. But when you change your mind about love, that I'm worthy, I'm deserving, love doesn't have to be earned. When you get rid of all your codependency characteristics, what is that? Looking outside of yourself for validation, don't know how to set boundaries, being overly responsible for other folk, not feeling lovingly enough. And as you saw me hold up a few minutes ago, I said, there is nothing wrong with you. I used this at a seminar. Who you are right now is enough. So the only thing that we are changing, we're changing our core beliefs. We know that our core beliefs, whatever you think, your thinking always precedes or comes before your manifestation. So I'm talking about love. If you think you're worthy, if you think you're deserving, it don't matter if you're 30 pounds overweight, if you love yourself, if you care for yourself. I told one client, the quickest way to attract love, and I know what I'm talking about because I'm the author, excuse me, attracting and manifesting genuine love, excuse me, y'all, is to love yourself. Choose you. Choose loving you. And that don't mean nails, hair. It means who I am is enough. Choose accepting you. Choose valuing you and knowing you. And when you're in the vibration of self-acceptance and love, you know how to say no, set boundaries. You won't feel overly responsible for other people, etc. So I'm just talking to you today just quickly about some things that you can do quickly. So change your thinking, change what you believe, and change your imagination. Whatever you imagine, you always got a movie going through your mind. You may not know it, but a movie is always playing. A lot of folk going to the movie today because it's the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, and a lot of traditions are you go to a movie. But change your thinking. You know, just a little change of energy, y'all. That's gratitude. Thank you for my Thanksgiving dinner. Thank you for what I do have. Thank you for love that's on its way. Thank you for ideas. Thank you for opening doors for me. Thank you for your favor. Just that. A little shift of energy, they say, changes all of the atoms in the universe. So you're changing your thinking around love and money. You're changing your words. You should never say the words, I'm broke, I'm fat, if I just look at a piece of cake. Okay, because your words are vibrational. The Bible says that whatever you declare and decree, another word for speak, shall be established unto you. What does that mean? Shall be manifested in your life. So you are the creator, editor, producer, script writer of your own life, of your own day. You can choose today what kind of day you're going to have. So that's how powerful you are. God has given you the authority to every day choose what you think. Every day I take time to think. I have affirmations that I speak out loud every day, just affirming who I am. That's why I said earlier, some of y'all identity has been stolen. What did I affirm today? This is the day that God has made. I'm going to rejoice, get happy, get excited, and be glad in it. Whatever I put my hands to today shall prosper. Avalanches of abundance and blessings come to me from the north, the west, east, and south. I have the wisdom of God for every task that I perform today. Business clients are looking for me from all over the world. I call in clients from the north, west, east, and south. My body is healed, whole, and healthy. I have all of the resources, abilities, and skills that I need for success. Avalanches of abundance come to me under grace in perfect ways. So do y'all see how I just affirm that from my being? And even back in the day, 30 years ago, when I didn't have money, you'll never hear me say I'm broke. You'll never hear me say times are hard. Why? Because you are creating your world. So there's 3D, 4D, 5D. Y'all go and listen to some of my videos on that. But if you are looking at 3D, which is your current circumstances, your problems, and everything like that, we're not in denial, but we're just not giving our attention to that. So if you want more love and more wealth, wealth and love is an energy on the inside. Everything begins with the changing of the energy. Another word could be faith. Another word could be flow. So when you change what you think, change your core beliefs, because life is happening through you, not to you. When people say, I can't ever meet a good man, okay, you just created that. But if you change your belief, I don't know how, I don't know when, but God, I'm thanking you for love in advance. You become expectant. Expectancy is a form of faith. You start looking for, you get in the identity of, oh, I'm gonna put on a little lip gloss. Guys, you may say, well, I'm gonna really, look a little different going in the store. You're going in expecting. Why? Because your identity is someone already in a relationship and having money. So you change what you think, you change what you say. Not when you feel it. You know, most times when I go to the gym, which I go 4 times a week for weight training, I don't feel it. But guess what? I'm committed to it. It's my identity. One of my clients in Australia said, Constance, they don't call people who go to the gym in Australia a gym rat. They call them a gym bunny. So I'm a gym bunny. That's my identity. So whatever is attached to your identity is what's going to come to you. So you go inside. I'm going to say you spend some time meditating. If you desire more love, a 5-minute meditation just on love. What would it look like? Remember, it's your feelings. What would it feel like to have love in your life? Where would you go for dinner? What would you be wearing? What would your relatives say? What would your friends say? If you had money, I realized that I wrote down a list of what I was going to do, and I've already done it. Back in the day, I said, I'm going to help dig wells in Africa. I'm going to give money to my mentor in Africa. I'm going to send pastors and other people on cruises who ain't never been on a cruise. I'm going to send people on So I already had my list of what I was going to do with the money already ready. Why? Because my identity was, I already have it. So does everybody see that? And then you are grateful for it. So these are just some quick ways that I just wanted to bring to you. I go more in depth, but if you just change your energy, change your belief, you do not have to know how. Everything I ever got, I didn't know how. The house I'm in right now, I didn't know how. The love I have right now, I didn't know how. The car I have, my business. But what, like Dr. Martin Luther King said, you take the first step. When you move, God moves. When you move, angels move. When you move, the whole universe. As a matter of fact, I heard a neuroscientist say this is so profound. You can bend reality by your thoughts. So they say that, let's just say I decide, ooh, I'm gonna have an exciting day today. I'm gonna look at football. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna put up my Christmas tree, and I'm in that vibration and that frequency. Now, neuroscientists say the whole universe, all of the atoms, all of the light atoms in the universe will begin to shift to bring to me that day. That's how powerful you are. Conversely, if you say, oh man, I got to drive and I'm just in traffic and all of this holiday traffic, when you complain, you remain, my brother and my sister. When you complain, you remain. And so just remember, this was just a quick motivational tip. Y'all know I go more in depth on my shows and everything. These are things that you can begin to do today. So we're not waiting on God, because God said he's already given us all things that pertain to life and godliness. We're just aligning our thinking. Somebody asked me a question about love and money before I come up off of here. We're aligning our beliefs. Don't be shy. We are aligning what we imagine. I imagine myself going to Paris even before I had the money. I didn't know how, and the money came to me from some annuity thing that I had 10 years, this was 25 years ago, but I saw myself in Paris looking at the Eiffel Tower. I saw myself saying, bonjour, madame, that's all I knew. So I saw it in my mind. You do not have to know how. Even when it comes to money, somebody asked me a question. I saw myself making six figures. I did not know how. I would sit in my office at the home where I was at the time, and I just began to imagine and call it in with my words. I began to feel and see. I wrote down a list of everything I was going to do with that money. Long story short, maybe some of you have heard it, but you need to hear it again. A lady who I had done some training for, she said, I want you to come and speak. And I'm like, okay. So I went to speak. She said, I want you to speak on dressing for success. That wasn't my forte. God, you don't, ladies and gentlemen, you know, if you're live now, if you're watching it later, you don't never know how God gonna get money to you. God got a million ways. So I went to speak. See, my forte is leadership, transformational change, law of attraction, success in business, multimedia. So I went to speak, and this lady said to me, she said, Cynthia Barnes, she said, look, I got $100,000. And do you have anything on women and self-esteem? And because I'm a therapist, I had some stuff. I said, well, I can get it together for you. She said, now, if you'll take $99,000, I won't have to bid it out. How many of y'all know I signed on the dotted line? Why did that happen? I was calling it in with my words. You don't have to know how. You don't have to know how love is going to come. God is the great matchmaker. But I had aligned my thoughts. I had aligned my beliefs. I had aligned my imagination. I had aligned my words. And I was radically grateful for it in advance. Anybody ask me any questions? Y'all too quiet. So if I had a millionaire talking to me, I would want to know something. If I had a woman talking to me about love, I would want to ask a question. But these are just some very general ways that you can begin to bring shifts into your life. This is my ritual. Every day I spend time meditating. Right now I'm listening to Dr. Michael Beckwith. He has a program called Way of Meditation, and it's a meditation that he leads you through that just calms me down. Every day I'm going to use my affirmations or my scriptures to call in what I desire. Every day I'm going to imagine in my mind, this is what I desire for 2025. And by the way, y'all, I already have it written down. When you write down what you want, you are 46 times more likely to manifest than those who not. Why? Because they're saying when you write something down, your neurological pathways in your brain begins to shift and change and starts looking for ways to bring to you what you want. So if you could see yourself already having love, write it down in the present tense. I'm so happy and grateful that love has come into my life. It feels so wonderful. So see, I'm going to teach you how to do this. For those of you who want to take advantage of my Black Friday, Cyber Monday package, the video is listed just before this live, and I'm gonna give you 3 sessions around love that's gonna really help you stop your self-sabotage, stop choosing the wrong relationships, dissolve your love blocks, give you a new identity of who you are, and then just use spirituality, the law of attraction, and other spiritual laws to bring love to you. So make sure you check that out. So, and every day, I'm going to move my body in love. Every day. Why? Because I want to use my gifts and my talents. Every day I'm going to give. I'm going to give some money, some time, some love, some information. Why? Einstein calls the boomerang effect. Whatever you give, some of y'all hold on to your money too tight. That's a lack mentality. The boomerang effect said whatever you give comes around. This is what I know. People ask me, how many people have listened to your show? I said, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 million. But guess what? All of the time that I've given, I'm really giving to myself. So when you give, you're giving to yourself. It's a two-sided coin. I got some. This is a quarter that dropped on the floor. So it's one is head, one is tail, but it's all one. So when you give to others in love, you really giving to yourself. So every day I give, and just do other stuff. I drink a gallon of water if I can, but everything I'm doing is aligning with my identity. Who do I need to become in order to manifest love? Who do I need to become? What are some of the habits? How do I need to think to become wealthy? What words do I need to begin to speak out loud? Many years I would go, some decades ago, I didn't have all the money, but I would go to the Ritz-Carlton and work. Why? It put me in an environment of wealth. Now, I had enough money to pay for valet parking, and I had enough money to pay for that doggone $20 tea. And they give you some little cakes to eat with it. But I sat there. Why? Because I'm in the vibration of wealth. And I said to myself, one day, I'm going to be coming over here for the weekend and living on the club level. And that's what I did. Why did I do that? It put me in the vibration of wealth. Even before love came into my life, I decided, ooh, this would be a great restaurant for a date. You know, I went there, a friend of mine told me. So I went to the restaurant. I experienced the atmosphere, the ambience, and all of that. Why? I was in the vibration even before love came into my life of what it would look and feel like having dinner there. So when he said, where would you like to go for dinner? I said, well, I heard of this place. So you're touching your dream. You're putting yourself in the vibration, in not only in your imagination, you're taking your vision off of your vision board. That's why I have my clients, I say, look, you got your car on your vision board, go test drive it. And they say, oh no, are they going to check your credit when you test drive? No. What are you afraid? Go test drive it, feel it, experience it. So see, once they test drive, it gets down on the inside of them. So I want more of you to touch your dream. Not just talking about it, but touch your dream. What would that look and feel like? I went to Tiffany's before I had money to buy Tiffany's because I wanted to go into that room with that expensive piece of jewelry and just feel. Your feeling gets the manifestation. What would it feel and look like? And so, people, I'm not going to say it's easy, but once you align, once you get in the energy of it, things begin to come to you. A great example of that was this month. This is the last thing I'm going to say, y'all. I need to say, y'all, get my book. It's a best-selling book. I have 2 books, but this is Attracting and Manifesting Genuine Love. Go to my website, fulfillingyourpurpose.com. And my second book is Secrets of Success. But this morning, I went to spend my birthday gift card. I'm celebrating my birthday for the entire month of November. It's still November, y'all. And when I went in there, I said, I'm going to find the best deals. And when I walked in, the lady said, here is, they were giving away sweepstakes where you pull it off and then it tells you how much you got. And I got a $5 bonus. I said, thank you. So that seemed so small, but see, before I went in there, I already said money will come to me today from the north, west, east, and south. So I was radically grateful for that $5, like I would be 500, 5,000, 50,000, 500,000. And so these are small vibrations that you can live in all day long because you are the creator, editor, script writer, producer, who else is it, of your own day. You decide what your life is going to look like. If you mad at somebody, I'm going back to love. I know I'm going back and forth, y'all. But even when it comes to love, if you have not forgiven someone, Dr. Micah Beckwith said unforgiveness is radical self-abuse. Wow. When you haven't forgiven yourself. And unforgiveness, whether it's your children's father or your children's mama or your mom and dad or an ex, if you are holding unforgiveness, it's just like drinking poison and thinking it won't kill you. And so one thing that I'm going to do for those who do purchase my relationship coaching package, I really deal with forgiving yourself because you did the best you could with the knowledge that you had at the time. Anybody need to forgive yourself? Put it in the chat. Y'all sure are quiet. I'm doing all of this talking. Um, so forgive yourself. You did the best you could with the knowledge that you had at the time. And so when you forgive yourself, you're really creating room for love. And thank you, Holy Spirit. And something else, when you are mad at somebody, it's a debt. It's like they owe me an apology. They owe me. And I tell you what, that when somebody owes you, it puts you in the whole vibration of debt. So there's a direct correlation. This is so powerful between money being released and unforgiveness. Oh my goodness. Somebody said I'm talking good. Thank you, Miss Goddess. I'm talking doggone good. I'm talking right by the Spirit, because I came on here to really talk about my Black Friday and my Cyber Monday coaching package. But you see, let me tell you something else about me. I never do anything for money, to get money. Anything I offer that I share with people is to bring them more. Because what I know is that if I could bring you more wholeness, bring you more love, bring you more happiness, that's going to come back to me. Have y'all ever been on a Zoom call and all they talk about is what they're trying to sell you? I don't do that. You know why? Because who I am vibrates out, and you already can feel what kind of woman I am. And so make a decision that you're going to forgive and release. So does that mean that you got to be friends with these people? No. But it does mean, I got a client right now. I know I just stopped in the middle of my sentence. Go back and listen to the video on how to heal your life. I think it was uploaded 2 days ago. She's in Australia. Yeah, I got clients on 5 continents. You should schedule a coaching, a free complimentary discovery coaching call with me. So she says she's picking up what I'm putting down, ma'am. All right, I feel you. So this woman was married for 18 years. Go back and listen to the video, How to Heal Your Life. She was married for 18 years. I ain't gonna go into all the details, but she got a divorce. And the husband started dating a very wealthy woman 2 months, and they weren't even divorced. Long story short, she worked with me. We worked through all of her stuff, her codependency, her healing, and it took about a year or so, something to get through it. But she is so healed now. We're talking about unforgiveness and forgiving. She is going, and this is how you know you've really forgiven somebody. Because you can see them, you know what went down, but it's no pain there for you. You could see them. So does that mean if you were sexually molested? No. I work with victims. Y'all know I'm a professional counselor for 30 years. I work with victims. So, you don't need to hang out with the people. But with her, they had 1 daughter together. So for Christmas, she is so healed. She said, Constance, I am going to Christmas dinner with her ex and the girlfriend. And you know what she said? She said, because I realized she is a better match for him than I am. And I wish them happiness. She don't have no kind of, we're talking about 18 years. See, that's what doing your inner work and what release and what changing your energy would do. She said, I'm going. She said, the new girlfriend is a better match for him. They like the same things. And I jokingly said, you're a better woman than I am. So I don't know if I could do that or not. But when you have really forgiven, the pain is gone. I was at church, went to church. I kind of go to a What is the kind of church I go to? It's an expanded consciousness church. Y'all know I grew up spirit-filled, and so God had just expanded me. And so I ran into one of my old boyfriends. And you know, when I saw him, it was nothing there. He was like, "Hey girl." I said, "Hey." And he said, "You still fine." And I said to myself, "You better believe it, brother." But I just smiled. But it was nothing there. Why? Because I had released all of that. So when you truly forgive, you thank God for the lessons learned. And when you don't forgive, that other person has your power. I got another client, she mad at her daddy, and her daddy been deceased for 10 years. You know what I told her? Your daddy is controlling you from the grave. You have given, your daddy is long gone, but you still want to be in the victim, poor me, what about me? You can choose to deal with what went down. And I said to her, so what are you going to do with the life that you have left? Okay, these are the cards that you've been dealt. Anybody play cards? My friends won't let me play. Anybody play cards? I went to 2 HBCUs, Tennessee State University and Clark Atlanta, and still was not into playing cards. But I told her, what are you going to do with the life you have left? What are you going to do? Okay, so that happened to you. So when you walk in forgiveness, money comes to you. Wealth comes to you because you create space for money ideas. You create space for wealthy ideas. I'm telling you what I've lived. This ain't theory, y'all. I'm telling you what I have lived and what I have helped thousands of other clients do over the decades. So if you want to have an abundant life, these are some of the things that I am just sharing with you this morning. I came on not to talk to this long, but I just wanted to tell you guys. Okay, you said you can play spades and solitaire and a couple of more card games. So you better than I am, Miss Goddess. But I called to remind you, came on to tell you, you have the power. God has given you the authority. Can't nobody put a gun to your head and make you think anything. You don't have to have, there were times when I didn't have any money decades ago, but I would say abundance is mine, because it is. Abundance is my divine birthright. You don't have to know how. But when you get in the vibration of, don't let that word scare you. When you get in the flow, when you believe from your heart, remember I said your heart is 5,000 times more powerful than just your thinking alone. When you know something in your heart, can't nothing stop you. I don't look at a lot of TV. Now, I did look at a TV during the election, and I realized how it impacted me. I watch and monitor what I watch. So whatever comes in your eye gate, what you look at, what comes in your ear gate, what you listen to, and what comes out of your mouth creates your life. So, ladies and gentlemen, please like and share my video. And I would love to do a discovery call with you. I coach clients on 5 continents. I coach CEOs, VP. I coach people in the C-suite. I coach entertainers here in the ATL. And I coach just ordinary people who want to create extraordinary lives. With me, you get a professional counselor. You get a spiritual woman that's seasoned, that's living it, not just talking it. I was doing the law of attraction when I didn't know what it was. It ain't nothing but Mark 11:23-24. When you pray, believe you receive, and you shall have it. I went from bankruptcy to millions. I went from depression to love. So I'm not talking theory. I'm talking life and really teaching you how to walk it out. If you tell me what you want, I'm going to help you get there. And what is the last thing I want to say? I love all of you. I told you about my relationship coaching special. So people ask me about coaching all of the time. I say, you see anybody who's at the top of their game and they have a coach? I have two. One in Africa and one here. I have had more. I had one lady, she was the first African-American woman in direct sales to become a multimillionaire. Now, I had to pay a lot for it. Not pay, I invested a lot for it, but my ROI, my return on investment was amazing. I'm telling people, you can't get transformation by looking at 1-minute reels. You need to be saturated and immersed in truth. That's what I'm going to be doing with you. I have a very an extensive clientele, but I would love to work with you. Guys, I must really love you because I just came on here just to say hello, and I've been on here 45 minutes. OMG. Thank you so much. Make a decision because you choose that you're going to create an amazing, powerful day. Visit my website, fulfillingyourpurpose.com. I love all of you. Remember, you're the creator, producer, y'all say it with me, editor, and script writer of your own day and life. God bless you.